I made a quick 2% profit on a soybean future position that I just closed, and I'm going to talk over and just going to explain what I did. So first of all, why I opened this position, and basically Trump had a phone call with President Xi, and in this phone call they looked at lifting the soybean count to 20 million tons for the current season. So it's basically up from 12 million. So this is pretty bullish news for soybean, since China is the biggest single customer of U.S. soybeans. So price went up. So this is the news came out on February 4th. So we had a price increase of about 2.5%. Then we entered the position at 11:06. So actually at the evening of that same day when the market opened, 11:06. And the initial take profit was 11.60, so close to the highs of November. But the price kind of kept going up very quickly on Friday morning, and I decided to place my stop loss at 11.45, just gonna lower it, and obviously got triggered, and we are out of the position for about a 2% profit on the family fund that I manage, and which I'm in I want to get to a $100 million of assets under management. So it's all about, I guess, taking high probability setups. There was a similar situation in November where Trump and President Xi, they made a deal on on November 1st. But prior to that, there was a meeting between two representatives of each country, and they agreed to make a trade deal. So China will start buying more U.S. soybeans, and price went up. So it's kind of very similar situation, very high probability. And this is what any kind of trading is about. And in this case, I traded the future itself and not the options. And if you want to also join and follow my trades and everything that I do, you can join my free Discord, and we'll go over the exact position stats in just a second. Let me just quickly show you the broker statement, just to kind of show proof of what happened. So currently up for the year about almost 3%. This is my personal account. And if we take a look, here we can see the soybean K6, which is the May expiration for soybeans. You can see the profit here, and it was a pretty quick trade of about 3 days. Now, what was the exact trade? Well, it was just like I said, a future contract, and I opened one contract per every $100,000. So the initial fill price was 11.06. The initial profit target was 11.60, but we ended up closing early in just 3 days because I lowered the profit target to 11.45 after market open on Friday, because price was moving extremely quickly. So you gotta be able to, I guess, kind of take your profits quickly off the table if things go your way really, really quickly, which is what was happening here. And again, position size was pretty small at one contract per every $100,000. And obviously fundamentals would have changed. And for example, Trump would have said, hey, the day after or 2 days after we entered the position, that China is actually not going to increase its count. It's not going to be buying more U.S. soybeans. Then I would have exited the position right away. But obviously these are pretty bullish news. And we have a meeting between Trump and President Xi in Beijing in April. So it's kind of a known thing that China will try and make like a good gesture and maybe make some promises. They might not deliver on the promises, but nevertheless, price moves based on demand hype and not just actual demand sometimes. So, which is kind of what's been happening here, and it usually happens. So thank you again. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully you can learn something from this opportunity, from this trade, and I'll keep you posted with anything and everything else I do. And thank you again for following me on this journey, and let's make some money together. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one.